Well, now to a story you will see only on First Coast News, and it's an update about thousands of shells found in dumpsters in St. Johns County, coming up from the dune restoration project at Vilano Beach. Some of those shells still have live animals in them. Today, I took your questions to the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, the agency in charge of the project.
Is getting placed. So that's the actual placement area right there.
Jason Hera is with the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers. He is the project manager for the Vilano Beach Restoration Project. Its purpose is to
protect upland infrastructure, loss of life, and major evacuation routes. Right.
Hera met me Tuesday at the project site to address questions about dumpsters full of shells from the project. Residents say they found animals still alive in those shells in the dumpsters.
And I'd like to see this process change somehow, some way.
Animals from the ocean floor are called benthic, and Hera says a small percentage of live animals wind up in the dumpsters.
We do a really thorough job out here on the job site to try to address that and mitigate for that before it would get to a dumpster. In the event we would see something visible that is crawling, we would certainly take whatever measures we could to remove that. However, we are not thoroughly diving through the dumpsters looking for something that may be on the bottom.
The sand for this beach renourishment project comes from a spot that's about 7 miles off the coastline, and that's where the shells are coming in from too. It's all piped in onto the beach and then strategically placed along the coastline.
Harris says environmental assessments take place before the project starts to determine environmental impacts, even to the ocean floor. He says the death of the ocean's bottom dwelling creatures is factored in, but considered minimal. He cites research that indicates those creatures
recolonize very quickly on the seafloor after the project's over.
How quickly?
Within a year.
Because the dumpsters have no trespassing signs around them, I asked to get up close to them and look in. I found them empty. I was told they had just been emptied earlier this morning before my arrival. Biologists and residents have asked if the shells, once sifted out from the sand, can be taken back to the water.
There's really no environmental lift to take empty shells and place those back into the wave break. But just that's something we can certainly look into, right? I mean, we'll look at that in the future. We'll talk to the appropriate environmental agencies. If everyone involved, federal, state, thinks there's some benefit to do that and it's justifiable, we'll certainly take a look at it.
Hurrah ultimately said the loss of ocean floor creatures is an expected and noted loss during beach renourishment projects. The question, can something be done differently to lessen the loss, is now out there because concerned people raise the question.
The state permit for the project mandates that nothing bigger than 3/4 of an inch be placed on the beach during shore restoration projects. The reasoning is to keep out glass, rocks, and other large items that could be obstacles for sea turtles when nesting and for their babies when crawling to the ocean.